Okay, I'm trying a new location because out in the garage I don't hear the noise from the loud TV. Even in my room with my door shut, it's still loud. And for some reason it seemed really loud today. So, I realized that there's more of a sound barrier out here, so that's pretty cool. Except for the furnace is on. Can't win. But nevertheless, hopefully we will not get interrupted, but if we do, we'll just deal with it. This is Revelation 17. John is shown that Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations, has become established throughout the earth. Okay, that's the synopsis. Verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee, I should just say show, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Now, I could have said that better. Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Blended it all together, it was better. Okay, verse 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Probably don't have you up high enough. Sorry. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Sorry. Okay, this will be verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Okay, I'm going to say that again because I missed it. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not, and yet is. Okay, did you catch that, guys? I was having a little hard time, but I know what that is. They didn't get their bodies. I'm going to have to read it again. But, the ones that come out of the bottomless pit are the ones that went with Satan. And they will be going to perdition, I guess. I always had that fantasy that maybe they'd get another chance somewhere. But, as evil as they are, I guess they really don't need another chance. Oh, pretty bad. Okay. So, I'm going to read that verse again, okay? Just because. This hurts my elbow. I got to do something about that. Okay. Okay, so where was I? It was the big verse. Okay. Verse 8, if you guys are following along. The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. They're talking about Satan, you know. And the third of the host of heaven, because they chose against coming down here and getting their bodies. Okay, so they were going to be, but then they're not because they didn't. But yet they are because they're around. And I don't know where they're going to be in the end, except where it says perdition. And I almost think perdition is I don't think perdition is outer darkness, but it might be. I mean, that's one of those questions that would be good to ask somebody. What is perdition? Because there is the three kingdoms of glory, like I told you, and then there's outer darkness. So that could be perdition. But then there are those who literally know God and refuse, deny Him. That is where you get your highest bad thing. I don't know how to say my right words, but that is not good. Okay? So like the bottom kingdom is still good. You have some part or portion of good in you, right? So, but those people don't. But really, it's talking about all the third of the host of heaven is with Satan. And so it looks like they're going to be going into perdition. So we need to find out what that is. I need to look that up. And I know, get back to the subject here. Let me just put this in there, though. I have a book that you can look things up by subject. And it will take you to all the different scriptures that have anything to do with that subject, okay? Or pretty much anything to do. I'm not sure if it covers everything, but it covers a lot. And it'll say a little phrase, and then it'll tell you where to go find that. So you can look up stuff. We could look up perdition and find out what it says, where we can go and study it and find out what it is. For reals, the deeper part of things. Okay, we don't need to worry about the deeper part right now. But the book of life, evidently, is pretty important. And those guys are not in the book of life. And that's what it just said. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. Okay, I'll go on. This is verse 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. They have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of hosts and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. My arm hurts. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe I'll fix this. Okay. That didn't sound too good, did it? For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. I would have to help on that. I don't really know what that means, and it's something you definitely would want to go over a few times. You know, symbolism, trying to figure out. I mean, he sat there and told us, but that's a lot to take in at one time. So, that's the end of Revelation 17. So, I'm not going to worry my little brain about that. I hope I read it good enough. I told you where to get the apps, but most of you guys have a Bible. You know, that's in the Bible, in the book of Revelation. Our scriptures have been gone through, and they are cross-referenced with a lot of stuff. So, you know, in a book, there'll be footnotes at the bottom, and there'll be like these little letters here and there, and you go down and you look at the bottom, and you look at that letter, and then it'll tell you, go to the scripture, I think. But anyway, or it'll tell you what it means. They're pretty wonderful. So in regular Bibles, I don't believe, but I might be wrong, that they have a synopsis. At the beginning of each chapter, there is a synopsis that tells you what is coming. You know, in a concise little paragraph. But they're still, I believe they're talking about our time for sure. Yeah. Names that were blotted out or never, they were there, they were going to be there, but then they chose against it, so they're not there. They didn't get their bodies either. That's why they can possess you. So you don't want to play with that, guys. Stay away from that. Hold to the light as much as you can. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 17. I'm going to let you go. I'll go on to 18, okay?